Commanders' superstar cornerback, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Commanders and the Giants, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the New York Giants and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaunt alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Giants in our ball game here, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football, one of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
They go play action here on first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Back to the air on second down. Haynes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Third play here this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Haynes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. To throw on second down. Haynes. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Haynes. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 20. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And leading them out is their 5th-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. A gain of 14, first down Commanders.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Looking to throw on second down. Russell. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. And it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Russell. This one caught by Winslow. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the gun on third down, Russell firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Back to throw again. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym.
And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and the result, a touchdown for Washington. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Haynes to Barkley on the check down. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
To throw on second down, Haynes. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Haynes. And that is incomplete. And the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side.
Holding offense.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. On 3rd down, Russell. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Haynes. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee you, Barkley has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here is Washington now to take over. They were losers to Philadelphia a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead as they start this drive. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack. Well, I think that time he just maybe held on to it a little too long, CD, because after a couple of seconds in this league, you know those defenders are coming.
And how many times do we talk about complementary football? We're usually talking about, does the offense help the defense? Does the defense help the offense? I think in this case, does the quarterback help out his offensive line? You only have a certain amount of time to get rid of the football. They can only do so much. On this play, he took them to the limits.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Russell on the move. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Haynes. He dumps it off to Barkley. And out of bounds right around the 20. Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Haynes over the middle and complete to Moore. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. It's Barkley on the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Patterson's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He will find Winslow. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff running through the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Russell over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Off the play fake. Russell. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running.
He's got a man complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Russell looking middle, and that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. He finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Point after try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The possession switching back to the New York Giants. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Haynes. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Second and 8 coming up. Back to throw. Haynes going to be caught here left side. Moore. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, they're just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Haynes. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Again, he'll drop to throw. The throw for Tony is intercepted. And the Commanders will take over possession here up at the 44. Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On first down, Russell. And a quick throw here that's complete. He's got room at the 30. And he's going to have the first down as they move into field goal range here at the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Russell. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
To throw on second down, Russell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw, Russell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point forthcoming. And it's 21-3. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A final shot before break. Haynes. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin with a matchup of the 2 preeminent NFC teams of the 1970s. Minnesota heading south to take on Dallas. And they are seconds away from halftime, all tied in that one. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Jalen Reagor, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. The Colts trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Throwing on first down. Russell. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and short. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep it?
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch, because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 14. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Now they'll run on the draw. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Russell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And his kick here is good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work. Just
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Back to throw. Haynes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Washington offense back out there. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3. To throw on 3rd down. Russell got his man complete over the middle. It's Alexander. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Dak Prescott, a couple of touchdown passes thus far. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield. This might be a roughing call. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Haynes. He's going to air one out. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Now, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
The Commanders' offense set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Throwing to start the drive. Russell. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. To throw on 2nd down. Russell. He'll get this one complete to Winslow. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the gun on 3rd down, Russell. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw that right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Back to throw. Russell. Forced out to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Russell. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. So still throwing here in the 4th quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw. Haynes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. The Giants on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Haynes. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. On 1st and 10, Haynes. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. To throw on 2nd down, Haynes. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Haynes. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game and moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Jennings. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Washington. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the 4th. When coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants going to take over again on offense.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Back to throw. Haynes. Now they go screen. It's complete. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Haynes. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Haynes. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Chase Young able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Haynes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Haynes. That's complete to Tony. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Commanders' offense returning to the field. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows 1st down. So a victory here for the Commanders. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Washington, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Meanwhile, for the Giants, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.